Federal and local health officials are under the microscope today in Dallas. They are also reviewing Ebola isolation and containment protocols, trying to figure out what went wrong. A Dallas nurse now confirmed with Ebola is being treated for the disease. She somehow got sick treating Thomas Duncan, who died last week. Also, about 50 people who may have had contact with the nurse are being monitored, and her home is being sealed off and scrubbed down.
We're going to spray a chemical to help kill, or that will kill everything that it touches, actually.
Meantime, CDC Chief Thomas Frieden says this may not be the last transmission of the disease on American soil.
It is possible in the coming days that we will see additional cases of Ebola. This is because the healthcare workers who cared for this individual may have had a breach of the same nature.
Well, the procedure review hopes to pinpoint exactly what went wrong. Now, the battle continues to rage between ISIS and Kurdish defenders over the Syrian city of Kobani, just across the border. Turkey has stationed tanks, but so far they've refused to get involved. But on Meet the Press, National Security Advisor Susan Rice says Turkey will allow coalition jets now to use its bases
to train these moderate Syrian opposition forces. So that is a new commitment. They have now joined Saudi Arabia in giving the go-ahead for that important contribution.
Coalition jets will be allowed to strike ISIS targets in both Syria and Iraq from Turkey, and about 4,000 Syrian troops will be allowed into that country to be trained. In St. Louis, more demonstrators on what's being called Ferguson October after the August police shooting of Michael Brown and the shooting last week of another 18-year-old by a St. Louis police officer. Police say that victim, Von Derek Myers, shot at the officer before being killed. And today in South Africa, the sentencing phase for the Olympian convicted of killing his girlfriend Oscar Pistorius has started. He was found guilty of culpable homicide in the shooting death of Reva Steenkamp. The Olympic runner maintains the shooting was an accident. He could get anything from a suspended sentence to 15 years behind bars. And a couple of monster storms are churning up oceans around the world today. Typhoon Vongfong, which at one point was the strongest cyclone anywhere on the planet this year, has lost much of its punch, but still it's hammering parts of Japan with heavy winds and rain. Dozens were hurt, and at least one fisherman is missing. This is the second typhoon to hit Japan in as many weeks. And closer to us in the Caribbean, Tropical Storm Gonzalo is powering up. Some parts of the Leeward Islands could get a foot of rain today, and Puerto Rico is expected to be hit tomorrow, but the storm is expected to swing out to the Atlantic and hopefully miss the eastern seaboard and much of the U.S. East Coast. Another update coming up for you in 30 minutes. Now let's roll on with America's Forum.